A few Sundays ago, I had an experience that I'm sure you've had too. Two people came up to the sound booth, both of them with wildly different opinions on how it sounded. One of them is saying it's kind of too loud, and the other's asking me to turn it up. It's the same room, the same mix, the same everything. They're even standing in nearly the same spots. So, who's right? And kind of a side note, even to make it more fun, that Sunday we had new lighting installed. And so we were getting all sorts of opinions on that too. Some of them saying it's so dark now, I can't see anything. And then others saying, oh my goodness, it looks so much better. I'm able to worship more freely now because I don't feel like I have this blinding light shining on me. So the point of this video is to say that in any given room where there's more than one person, you're likely going to have a lot of different opinions. And the bottom line, you're never going to make everyone happy, no matter how great you are. And you know what? That's okay. Because the job isn't to please everyone. It can't be, because that is not possible. So, in my opinion, our job as the sound, media, lighting, whatever you are in the sound booth, it's to serve first the Lord with your skill, your actions, your talents, your time. That's what you're doing first. And then second, it's to serve the vision of the house that you're in. And hopefully that vision and your skill allows people to worship more freely. So that means on the front end, we need clarity. You need clarity from your leaders. You need clarity for your role. You need clarity in what a good mix in your house is. And then that all becomes the anchor for how you navigate these opinions. Hey, quick pause. I wanted to let you know X32 starter pack is in the description below. It's everything that I can throw together to help you have great sound with your X32 as quick as this Sunday. Check it out there, and back to the video. Okay, so here's how I approach this. The first thing is to get clear direction from leadership. Establish what worship in your house of worship is going to sound like. What will it feel like? How loud will it be? Anything that's a stylized choice. Establish what leadership wants it to be, because every church is going to be different. I mean, it's different music styles are in every single church. And so when you establish kind of what's the standard here that our people are going to really more engage with, that they tend to enjoy, that they can easily engage with, what is that? And then once you know your standard, you set that standard and you get as specific as possible down to how loud are we going to run it? What dB is going to be our standard? And then in a lot of ways, this can start mitigating those complaints or comments. I don't know if you want to call it a complaint every time, sometimes just people talking, but you can begin to kind of lessen, those that say it's not loud enough, or those that say it's too loud, because when it's the same thing every week, there comes a point that you just become expecting it. And I realize as a sound person, there's other things going on there potentially. But my point is that when you set expectations ahead of time with things like volume or style, and people aren't going to be caught off guard every single Sunday that they walk in, you're likely going to, appease more people. And something I always fall back on, I'll add this in as a point. When you mix with purpose and not the pressure of impressing people or making a statement of your own, then it really helps recenter the fact that we're just helping people worship. We're just establishing a place that people can engage in worship, and that's the goal. The goal isn't a mix. The goal is to create an atmosphere that people can easily sing in, that they can engage in the way that is most comfortable to them. That's really it. And then really the bottom line with a lot of this is serving with excellence. When you keep showing up, then you keep improving. When you keep attempting to improve, you will keep improving. When we make that commitment to keep showing up, to keep getting better, and then that is actually more fueled by the fact that we're serving all of those people in the room. Next Sunday, step back, take a look around the room and say, I am serving all of these people here. Like I said in my last video, that is such a privilege, and that should be a lot of the fuel for you, the fire underneath your feet to get better in whatever way possible, because it's a huge responsibility. It's a really good responsibility too. I guess my encouragement here is to say the work that you're doing really matters. Like, it really matters. The work that is unseen is also making a way for lives to be changed. So often I hear people complain about feedback, about complaints about complaints. I hear it all the time. And I understand, because what is overlooked in those moments is the fact that a lot of times when people are complaining, they're complaining about someone who has done a lot of hard work to even get where they're at, and people don't feel appreciated. And I understand that. And I've come to a place where I really understand both sides, because I don't like going in somewhere and it's, too loud. I don't like that. I mean, I don't like going in somewhere and then being uncomfortable, or not being able to really take part in whatever the activity is, because something is kind of standing in the way. And so that's what those people are experiencing in that moment. I realize there's other people who will just like to complain for the sake of it. I understand that. But at the end of the day, you will get conflicting feedback. You will keep getting conflicting feedback, because there's going to be more than two people in the room. People are going to say it's too loud. Someone's going to say it's too quiet. Someone's going to say that person's voice sounds amazing. Someone else is going to say, I can't hear them. So all you can do is be as excellent as you possibly can be. You can keep serving, keep showing up, see the bigger vision. And then if you're aligned with your leadership, the vision and the standards of that house, then you're doing exactly what you're called to do. And it's just part of it. You can't please everyone, and that's okay. So if this helped you today, please do me a favor, share this with your worship team, share this with your media team. Follow me here on YouTube and on Instagram. I'd love to stay connected and give you more encouragement like this throughout the week, to know that I'm in your corner. I'm not going to complain about your sound. So yeah, see you guys in the next one.